We often talk about our intimate relationship with Jesus, and that is brilliant. Our faith is, of course, personal, it's private, it's a close relationship, it's a friendship with Jesus. But how much of this is Western Christianity? How much is learned behaviour? Because sometimes I think that it's all a bit British. Like we queue in Britain, don't we? We don't step on people's toes. And if we walk into someone in the street, we apologise to them. I have two small dogs and I often stand on them, and I apologise to my dogs when I do that. And this culture that we live in can impact the way that we live out our faith. We kind of apologise for it. We might keep it quiet until the right moment, or not offer biblical wisdom out of fear of offending people because we don't want to seem bolshy or brash. We don't want to push our beliefs on other people. But here in this passage, we see Jesus encouraging us to live out loud. And this part of his Sermon on the Mount, which is where some of his best known teachings are from, this is what he's telling us to do. Jesus calls us to be salt and light. Salt makes things better. It improves everything. I love cooking and baking, and I love seeing how flavour pops when you add salt, whether I'm making a chocolate cake or gravy or soup. It can be full of flavour but still taste bland, and then you add salt and suddenly you get all the flavours. You get the depth of the dark chocolate or the richness of the spices. It's amazing. Salt doesn't add flavour, but it enhances, it improves, it works alongside. But if it loses its saltiness, then it's not good for anything at all. And light infiltrates everything. I personally am slightly obsessed with blackout in my bedroom. I love sleeping in a pitch black room. We've got blackout blinds and they're a little bit broken at the bottom, and so when it comes down it doesn't fully close, and there's a tiny gap, really small, just a slither at the bottom. And in that summer, that tiny gap means that at 5 o'clock in the morning the sunlight floods the room and it gets everywhere. So it's amazing that Jesus calls us to be the light of the world, and he says, let your light shine before others. Our light comes from the Holy Spirit in us. So let's not hide that. Let's not hide our faith. Let's not hide our light. Let's not become unsalty. Those things are a gift and they need to be shared. And so this isn't about showing off your good deeds or about bragging how great of a person you are. This is about realizing the power of Jesus in you is not just for you alone. It is for others too. In fact, it is for the whole world, for the whole city. That's what it says. And so tonight, instead of discussing what Jesus might have really meant when he called us salt and light, we're going to live it out. We're going to practice living it out by walking. Tonight, we're going to do a prayer walk. Now, I know that some of you will be seasoned prayer walkers, and for some of you, this will be new. But let's just remember, there isn't a right or a wrong way to do it. It's about getting out there and praying for the area that you're in. As you walk past houses, you might pray that God would bless each house. It could just be a repetitive prayer. Just bless this house, just bless this family over and over again. You could walk and listen to God. You could walk and imagine Jesus is walking next to you. You could pray in tongues, or you could sing if you want, or you could stay quiet. But I would encourage you as you go to keep your eyes and your ears open. Maybe you will have an encounter with someone. Maybe God will lead you to chat to someone, or maybe God will lead you to pray for specific places or people, a school or a workplace or a house. Be open to where you might be led in this time, and be open to what the Spirit might already be doing that you could join in with. It's a good idea to split up into twos and go in different directions. Set a time limit so you know what time to be back, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, something like that, and then come back together. If you're a group that's on Zoom, you could maybe still get out and pray where you are and then come back together on Zoom to discuss how it went. I'm going to finish with a quick story I heard from a friend of mine. His friend was out doing a prayer walk, and as he walked, he was praying quietly in tongues. And he walked past this man that he didn't know, and this stranger said to him, "What did you just say?" And the guy, the friend, the Christian, he said, "Oh, sorry, I was just praying in tongues. I didn't really say anything." And the man, the stranger, he said, "Well, you just said my name. You said my full name, and you said that I would be blessed." And he explained that he was from a part of South India, and the Christian who was speaking in tongues had used the language of where he was from and used his Indian name. So they chatted some more about God and Jesus, and then the man invited Jesus into his life. Now, not all prayer walks will be like this. I have done plenty of walks where I just walk, I don't see anyone, and I've just prayed for the area and then I've gone home. But I've also done prayer walks where I've ended up chatting to homeless people, or I've bumped into a friend that I haven't seen for a while and reconnected. So go, be salt and be light, and see where the Spirit takes you. God bless.